In the latest episode of The Cool Down, I talked to Ethan Woodhead, fresh from his victory in the Dogbreaker and 6th place in the Guernsey Marathon. His current approach to running is unlikely to be found in any training manual. If we roll back even just a few weeks, you were the 5K in the park, Sunray Park.
On the Friday night,
On the Friday night, 2 days later, in Jersey for the marathon.
Yeah.
So can you talk us through a bit of the thought process behind doubling up those races?
As you can imagine, there's not really much thought process. I did the 5K and just went straight for the Jersey Marathon. I didn't think anything of it. I should really start to think about these things, but at the moment, I throw myself at everything. Every chance I get, I run, yeah.
What was your expectations going to Jersey?
Well, I wanted sub 3, but I didn't expect to get a PB because I did the donkey dropout not long ago, a couple months ago, and that didn't do my knees any good. So I hadn't been running much. And I went into Jersey wanting sub 3, closer to the 250 mark. And I did not expect to get 240. That was not what I thought was going to happen on the day.
How will you feel like, we often talk about like 20 miles into a race or a marathon.
Yeah.
It's like that's the sort of key point. So you obviously can see where you are time-wise.
Yeah,
exactly.
exactly.
That always going through your mind at that time.
So actually around the 20 mile mark, I was feeling fine. It was the first 5 miles that was hard because I don't know if you've seen the Jersey course, but you were there, weren't you? It's very uphill. And I was thinking, this is not what I wanted. And I was hurting. And so was Steve Dawes, I think. So actually towards the 20 mile mark where it was a bit flatter and we were coming downhill, it was actually quite nice. And I was feeling a lot better around that mark.
Do you ever had any doubts with in terms of finishing that race off and getting that result that you wanted?
No, not really. It never came through my mind that I wasn't going to finish the race or anything like that. But at the start of the race, I didn't know how it was going to go with my knees, but yeah, it went well in the end. So.
I'd take you back a little bit to the start of your start of running, really. When did you first get into running and why?
I saw in the press actually earlier, a couple of weeks ago, that Jamie said my first race was 4 years ago, which I didn't know actually. Back then it was just, my dad pushed me to do it and I wasn't really interested. It's really the last, year and a bit that I've properly come into it, but my sister plays a big part in it because, as you know, she was a very keen runner and she was very good at it. My dad does it as well, so my mum did a little bit of it back in the day. She doesn't do any now, but yeah, it was my sister and my dad that really got me into it.
And we certainly saw in the last year there's a lot of park runs that you've picked up on. Why go for park run?
It's more just I don't know, it's just something I have to do when I go to a new place. It's like picking up a magnet. I'll try to do a park run. It's just something I have in my head that I need to do it and I enjoy it a lot.
And good sort of community spirit down at the park run as well, isn't it?
Oh, I love the park runs, yeah. It's the highlight of my week, really. If I can do it, obviously I do shift work. But yeah, I love the park run. Everyone's so nice there. The volunteers, just everything about a park run, I just love it.
Could you take us through a little bit of your training week or your approach to training as well?
Yeah, so I was talking to Chris Norman about it and Thierry the other day. It's quite embarrassing, really, my training, because you look at Strava and there's just nothing there, really. I'm averaging about 35 kilometers a week, which is nowhere near enough. I really need to get on top of it. And I'm trying to find at the moment like a coach or going down to Guernsey Athletics because I do need some guidance at the moment. At the moment, I'm just waking up and going, I'll do a 10K or, I'll do 10 miles or whatnot. There's no thought into it at the moment. So training at the moment is not really a thought. I'm not really doing it, to be honest.
It's an unusual approach, and to get the results that you're getting off of that approach is
incredible.
Exactly. Really.
I'm talking to people and I'm just, I don't know. It's just a bit weird at the moment because I'm getting these, they are good results, I guess. But yeah, with regards to training, I'm not really doing much. So I do need to do a lot more training. Put it that way.
So we can expect some progress even beyond that.
I'd like to think so, yeah. I'm hoping it's just going to go up and up. And obviously, if I can get this training, that will hopefully improve it a lot. So, yeah, we'll see.
And then you've, I guess your approach has been, so we've seen you doing 5Ks, we've seen you doing 10Ks, donkey drop out, that's obviously mega endurance.
That was, 75 miles I did on that.
75 miles for that. So like really big range, really big contrast.
Yeah.
Where is your love at the moment? Like
it's spread out. I've got another race in December, which is an ultra marathon in Swanage, and I'll just do everything from the mile to the 5K, like you say. I love it all, really. I haven't found what I love yet. Like the 5Ks, I love them, but then marathons, I get run longer, and it's just I don't know. I haven't found it yet. So
it'd be good to be in that stage where you're like,
that's it.
Everything's available, isn't it? Like,
and like you say, I'm doing well in a lot of different races, so I don't have to put my mind to one. I can focus on a wider range. So
taking you back to last weekend, Dogbreaker is obviously like quite a classic race. In the athletics calendar, there's a lot of history behind it, like iconic race as well. What was your approach to it?
So this was the first time I've done it. I actually only signed up the week before because I wasn't going to do it, and then I couldn't help myself. So it was really the game plan I went for that day was to stay with the top pack, and if they went off, then I'd try hold on. Obviously it went the other way around.
So how did the race pan out after that, really?
So the race actually went well. So at Cherbourg, I don't know the gentleman's name, but he was in front and he stopped for a water break, and it kind of startled me because I wanted to stay with someone, and then I just carried on going. So from Cherbourg all the way to the end, I was on my own, and I didn't want it to be like that because I like to chase someone, or I like to be with someone, because I don't know if I'm slipping in pace and I don't know if they're catching me up or whatnot. So ideally I wanted someone there, but it went well, to be fair. I enjoyed it. I like the cliffs.
Yeah, you run the cliffs much? Is that?
No, I don't run the cliffs much. I think the last time I ran the cliffs was probably 4 or 5 months ago. So yeah.
And in terms of pacing that race as well, if you're not experienced on the cliffs, it's a difficult one because you don't.
It was difficult. I didn't know. I didn't really look at my watch at all, actually, because like you say, I didn't know how to pace it. So it was just kind of run until it hurt, sort of thing, because I would never have known how to pace it with all the stairs and the inclines and declines. It was I didn't know what to do. Hence why I wanted to stay with someone the whole time, but that didn't work out. So.
I mean, looking at the time, was it 1:55?
1:51.
Jeez, that's even faster.
Yeah, 1:51:29, I think it was, something like that. Yeah, which was I didn't know. I wanted just to creep under the sub 2. I didn't expect that at all. So, yeah.
I mean, it must be nice to think as well, like the experience that you gain out of that race running solo.
Yeah, exactly.
In a sort of like unaware of what's going to face you next time you hit it, you know.
Exactly. Definitely given me a better understanding for the next race. I've just signed up for the Coastal Challenge series, I think it is. So I'm looking forward to that now. Now I know, what the cliffs are like. So.
And you said you signed up for Ultra in Swanage?
Yes.
So tell us about that.
So that's in December. It was kind of, I'm going over just to see my grandparents for the week. So I tried to see if there was a race there that weekend or that week. Yeah, so this one's a 37-mile. It's called the Dorset Ultra Marathon, I think. So, just all the cliffs for 37 miles. So, but that one there, I'm not really going to race it. I probably will on the day, but at the moment, my mindset going into it's just to say I've done it. It's not really a thing for me to try get a PB or whatever.
Yeah,
it's just a fun thing.
I mean, obviously you're enjoying your running at the moment. Like loads of different races, like we've spoken about before. But give it another few years. Where would you like to take it?
I mean, my goal now is the Island Games. I would absolutely love to compete in the Island Games for the triathlons and possibly the half marathon if I can get to the time needed. That's the goal for me. It's the Island Games, for sure.
And with that, there's going to be a bit of a change for your approach.
Yes. Yeah. I mean, I'm definitely have to do a lot more training to get this and possibly start up the Guernsey Athletics. So, we'll see. But that's the goal for sure.
And you mentioned triathlon as well. Is that another?
Yeah, that's what I've been doing recently. I think it helps also because then I could focus on, because what happened to my sister is she was doing it and it became a chore. So I don't want that to happen with the running. So it's nice to, do the swimming and the cycling on the side, and it relieves the pressure a bit on the running. So it all balances out. And triathlons, I love them. And again, it's a good community down there. Everyone's so nice. Yeah, it's perfect down there.